Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Bertha Human HD here, and in today's video, we're already a month into the launch of Call of Duty Black Ops 7. And it is really no surprise that they've already went back on their word. They're already releasing crazy skins that do not fit the theme, that do not fit the immersion that is Black Ops 7 as a whole. And if you know what I'm talking about, you clicked on this video, it's pretty much the thumbnail of this video. I'm talking about the Winter Solstice bundle that was released into Black Ops 7, I think sometime here recently. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I have not even bothered to play the game, which is why you're seeing Call of Duty World War II gameplay in the background for your viewing pleasure. But back to the topic at hand. It's no surprise when it comes to Call of Duty Black Ops 7 selling way below expectations, even though Black Ops 6 was set standardly low. But the fact that Black Ops 7 was even below those standards pretty much shows that the back-to-back yearly release cycle has really took a toll on the Call of Duty franchise, has really destroyed Call of Duty of what it is. And not to even mention the fact that they are basically, this is just a start. They're just testing the waters to see how far that they can push this community once more. They've done it in the past, they'll do it again, and here we are again with Activision and Call of Duty trying to push out these wacky bundles. Sure, it just might be a demonic abominable snowman or some kind of demonic snowman monster skin for Nikolai, which will eventually end up leading into some kind of weird ass Easter bunny that makes no freaking sense. And they're just doing this. They're just testing the waters to see what they can get away with once more. And it's better to call them out now on this bullshit instead of calling them out later. Because as soon as we can catch them in this shit, catch them in their lies, and catch them in their own bullshit, we pretty much can put them back into a corner again. Sure, they haven't learned their lesson for the past 5 games when it comes to Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. What was the game before that? Okay, no, Modern Warfare 2 was when this whole bullshit started, but it just shows. It really does continue to show that Call of Duty is just in a bad spot. Sure, Call of Duty sells financially well every year, but Black Ops 7 being that one exception has pretty much shown that Call of Duty and Activision, they need to innovate. They need to think of something new, something original, a brand new subgenre for crying out loud, even though I mentioned this in the video prior. But Call of Duty needs to do something, man, because look, they've been out for 20 plus years, respectfully, and they've been relying on the same franchises for years, to the point of where people are just sick of the name Modern Warfare. People are sick of the name Black Ops. And it's just an interesting point to see that Call of Duty continues to go down this path. Call of Duty continues to just say that they're listening, that they are continuing to listen to the feedback that we are giving them. And we've given you feedback, Call of Duty. We've given you feedback, Activision. We've given you feedback for the past 6 years. We've told you what needs to be changed. We've told you what you need to do to make the game better. Not to even mention the fact that T-Dog Smitty pretty much makes a video almost every single day telling you how you can make the franchise better, telling you guys how y'all can improve the game overall. Not to even mention content creators calling you out on your bullshit like Gilmore, Blame Truth, Prime Pete, not to even mention the Scat Master himself, Fully, and so many other content creators that people within the Call of Duty community, and those are the ones that are technically the brain rot portion that call these content creators grifters, rage baiters, whatever the hell you want to call them under the sun. But at the end of the day, these content creators are the ones that are still continuing to fight back against Activision, and even Call of Duty as a whole, to make the franchise better, not only for those who are blinded by what Call of Duty has done, especially for this new generation of players, but for those who have stuck around with the franchise for years. And it's sad to see that many players have basically turned their back on the franchise. People aren't even playing the newer generations of Call of Duty because of the freaking skill-based matchmaking is a literal nightmare of hell itself, to the point of where people are being pushed away from the game. I think I even stopped sometime during I think season 4 of Black Ops 6, somewhere around there is when I just pretty much dropped Call of Duty altogether, especially for the newer generation of COD, and pretty much started playing some single player games here, even started going back and playing Call of Duty World War II, even though this is a little bit of a rant at this point, but it's just, it's sad to see where Call of Duty used to be at the top. Now it's at the bottom of the pile, being annihilated by Battlefield, being obliterated by freaking Arc Raiders, and with GTA 6 releasing next year, they're probably just going to get freaking nuked. I'm sorry, I have to say that, but it may end up being true. It may end up happening. And if Call of Duty, and I might have said this in the last video, but Call of Duty needs to clean up their act. Call of Duty needs to get their shit together and think of something fresh, new, original. Sure, originality is something that is really hard to come up with, especially within any form of media when it comes to TV, movies, video games. If you can think of it, that has basically ran its course. I'll throw an example out there, like the Fast and the Furious franchise. That franchise has ran its course, but they're still making movies, right? It's still making them money. But at the end of the day, a franchise just needs to be put to rest. A franchise needs to be put behind and build something new. In with the new, out with the old. But it's been your boy, Birthday Gaming HG. Everybody, if you're new to the channel, please share your thoughts and don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell notifications, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye, everybody.